For years, piggybacking on an authorized user account could lift a score by dozens of points overnight. That shortcut is fading, and lenders have developed the tools to look past it. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to build credit using your own financial data. The legacy strategy relied on a specific mechanic. A thin credit file would borrow the age and payment history of a more established account. Because older scoring models prioritize total account age and a clean record, your profile would inherit that standing, creating an immediate, though artificial, boost. FICO 10T and VantageScore 4.0 changed the rules. This diagram shows how the new model locks into a 24-month window. It analyzes trended data over time rather than a single point in the past, meaning a borrowed account has a much harder time influencing the outcome. This model tracks the trajectory of your balances. It identifies whether your debt is rising, falling, or remaining stable. When the algorithm sees an account with no personal history and one borrowed line, it recognizes the pattern as a borrowed appearance rather than personal habit. Credit scoring is a behavior test. Lenders want to see how you handle your own obligations. While the borrowed card might still provide a marginal benefit, it no longer fools the algorithm as effectively as it once did. Chase enforces a strict 5/24 rule, which often counts authorized premium card you actually want. The financial cost is also rising. The Amex Platinum charges $175 for an authorized user, while Capital One's Venture X charges $125 for additional cardholders. These fees turn the authorized user strategy into a paid experiment with a shrinking return. This shift is now standard in the mortgage market. The Federal Housing Finance Agency requires FICO 10T and VantageScore 4.0 for loans sold to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. In plain English, lenders are using these models to see your actual spending habits over a 2-year window. Relying on borrowed accounts now carries a high risk of rejection while draining cash through annual fees. The algorithmic reward is no longer worth the liability. Major institutions like JP Morgan Chase are prioritizing cash flow underwriting. This process sorts through your deposits and spending patterns to create a deeper layer of financial verification than a credit score alone can provide. Your own checking account activity now carries more predictive weight than a relative's premium card. Lenders view your actual inflows and outflows as a more accurate indicator of whether you will pay back a loan. New tools have emerged to help users generate these data points directly. Experian Goost and Kickoff allow you to report on-time utility payments or small revolving lines in your own name, creating verified history that the algorithm trusts. This chart shows the impact for users starting with a VantageScore 3.0 below 600. On average, users see a 25-point gain in the first month and an 84-point gain after a full year. The algorithm values this consistent trajectory. Unlike a borrowed card, where the primary user's behavior is a risk you cannot manage, your own payment pattern creates a reliable trend line. Feeding the algorithm verifiable personal data is significantly more effective than attempting to rent the reputation of an account that does not belong to you. The first step in optimizing your profile is auditing your credit reports. You need to identify if you have a thin file, if there are missing revolving accounts, or if old errors are dragging down your score. When using a secured card to build history, the goal is to train the model through specific behavior, maintain low utilization, and ensure the balance is paid down before the statement closes. This allows the account to report activity without the risk of a high balance penalty. While the Equal Credit Opportunity Act shapes how lenders use data, it does not mandate that they reward borrowed history indefinitely. Lenders have updated their risk standards to prioritize the more accurate picture provided by trended data. Attempting to chase a higher score without understanding the underlying predictive model often leads to unexpected rejections. Lasting results require a focus on building positive history in your own name. Building algorithmic trust follows a specific timeline. While reporting can begin in the first month, it takes 6 months of consistent usage to create a credible trend. The most significant milestone is the 24-month horizon. This is where trended data becomes the primary driver of the predictive model, as FICO 10T can now see your behavior across a full 2-year window. The system is prioritizing verified behavior over borrowed identity. To navigate modern underwriting, you must build a dataset that reflects your own economic life. If this look at modern credit was helpful, share it with someone building their own file. Leave a comment below. Would you still pay for an authorized user slot or build your own line instead? Like this video and subscribe to CreditVault. Next time, we're looking at how to turn your credit card points into first-class flights.